Hi guys, this is Aylar and welcome to Peace Consumer channel. What companies get the most complaints from the consumers? Which ones respond to them? What's trending and what's not? Let's review last month's complaints and hear the story of one consumer who managed to resolve his problem through peaceconsumer.com. But first, please subscribe to our channel, hit the like button and drop a comment to share your consumer issue you've experienced lately. Now, let's begin. We'll start with the bad guys, companies that received most complaints in June. It looks like Ticketmaster is improving. In June, the company received 1,295 reviews. It's 212 less than in previous months. However, it's still in the top 5 most complained about companies according to Peace Consumer users. The company sells tickets to concerts, sports games, theaters, and other events. So the most frequent issue that consumers fight with Ticketmaster is getting a refund in case of event cancellation or getting the tickets returned.
Yeah, so this is a complaint about Vivid Seats and Ticketmaster, who failed to help me get a refund on my tickets to a very expensive tickets to an Elton John concert when they rescheduled the concert, making it impossible for me to attend, and then gave me no options to get a refund.
Our users gave 2 out of 5 stars to Ticketmaster on all points, which isn't such a bad result. We hope that the drop in the number of complaints will also positively affect their overall rating in the future. The 4th place goes to the famous shopping site with auctions, eBay. If to compare, they got 1,414 reviews in May, which is 48 more than in June. A large selection of products offered on their website amounts to the range of complaints left by users that the platform has to handle due to dishonest sellers and buyers. Although there are problems with the website as well. Many can get refunds and have problems with the customer service.
Well, I sold something on eBay, a pair of Air Jordans, and 7-day auction, sold on the 7th day for $120, which, I forgot to put a reserve, but they're going for $400 or $500 on eBay. Demanding customer wanted it shipped in 1 day. After I put in the ad, it takes 3 days, and sent me 15 emails, negative feedback, wrecked me through eBay. I called eBay, took 40 minutes to get through to actually talk to somebody. And they said, well, you got to contact the customer, and they wouldn't give me his phone number. And they said, well, it's between you and him, and wasn't quite acceptable with me. And I'm closing my account.
Based on almost 9,000 reviews, eBay gets 2 stars in each category and the overall rating is 1.8 stars. The 3rd place goes to an online retailer of fashionable clothes, Shein. That rare case when the number of complaints serves the benefit. Compared to May, Shein received 291 more reviews in June with a total of 1,457. It has improved the rating by 0.2 points and, as a result, Shein got its long-awaited 4 stars from the customers. But it couldn't do without problems. Users usually complain about delivery and tracking numbers. But Shein knows its way out. The 2nd place goes to its majesty Facebook. The social network received 1,977 reviews in June, which is 1,246 less than in May. Perhaps it's due to summer and vacations. People spend less time on social media and thus have fewer complaints. But some issues remain unchanged, be it summer or even winter. For instance, a hacked account. It's one of the top reasons for writing a Facebook complaint on peaceconsumer.com.
I want to let everyone know that there's a scam going on with Facebook, and it is compromising your security and exposing your information, personal information. It is my goal to let you know about this so that you do not become a victim. I do not want you to fall for any of the ploys or even fall for what perceives to be something to help you, because it is not. Facebook needs to be held accountable, and it is just my endeavor to both help Facebook know this and the public.
Based on nearly 20,000 reviews, Facebook received 2 stars with a total result of 1.8 stars in its rating. Finally, The first place goes to Amazon. It's a gigantic marketplace that represents multiple companies. High chances are that you have used this service at least once in your life. Apparently, there was a boom on Amazon before the beach season. It got 1,460 more reviews than in May, receiving 3,018 reviews in total. Just like with the aforementioned services, consumers complain about difficulties with the refunds and customer service. But there are some specific issues, for example, with account access.
The most frustrating thing about the situation is that they took my money, locked my account, and when you call in, they don't have no answers for you.
Either way, Amazon does a pretty good job of solving problems in the words of our users. Based on over 15,000 reviews, Amazon scores a solid 3 stars in all categories, with a total rating of 2.7 stars, which is quite good for such large company. Now, let's talk about the companies that our consumers consider to be the most open and responsive when problems arise. In the fifth place, we see Dollskill. In 2014, Inc. magazine named the company the fastest growing company, and also listed Dollskill as one of the San Francisco's leading companies. And it seems like Dollskill is trying to live up to this title. Our fashion users have rated the brand with 4 stars across all categories, with a total rating of 3.5. Which is very good. The fourth place goes to the booking service Getaroom. To be honest, our consumers do not find them to be excellent. In all categories, consumers rated its quality for 1 star, but the overall rating is 2.4 stars. Communication must have played to Getaroom's advantage. The service employees willingly make contact and respond to almost every complaint left on our website. For this, we can only praise them, as they're definitely moving in the right direction. The third place goes to another booking service, Travelgenio. They haven't got too far from Getaroom by points, 2 stars in 2 categories, and the rest is 1 star. But their communication moved them up to 2.6 out of 5 stars. And again, in the second place, we see travel agency. People in this industry are quite responsive. The Hopper company had a solid 2-star rating with an exception of additional fees, which consumers rated as 1 star. But you have a good chance of resolving your issue with them. Finally, the first place goes to the already discussed fashion retailer Shein. They've met the new waves of complaints from users with timely responses, which help them to rise in the ratings. Shein is definitely the hero of this June. We also want to remind you that if companies do not pay attention to user complaints, then we help them get attention. Here is how one consumer, Heidi Lee, drew PayPal's attention to her issue.
So I ordered an item through Facebook Marketplace. I paid for it through PayPal. I've yet to receive my items or my money back, and PayPal has in favor of the seller, and now I'm out my money and I have no item. And they're not making any resolution, nor are they even getting back in touch with me.
After this video interview, PayPal contacted Heidi, and here she tells us what happened next.
You know, one day I spent almost 3 hours on the phone waiting for somebody to come back to me and help me just, to resolve this. And they're not very nice. They're very rude. I was hung up on. One lady told me, I don't know what to tell you, but this is how we found it, and it's in favor of the seller, and there's nothing more that we're going to do. We're closing your case. And I was like, no, you're not closing my case, because you're not even investigating it. I as a consumer should never have to do my legwork to get my money back. You guys, as you took my money and they didn't give me my goods, you should be fighting for me. And they never did. Finally, on May 1st, I made 4 calls to them, and I was like a crazy woman, but the last representative that I spoke to, her and I went at it for about 30 minutes. And I said, listen, you're not understanding what I'm trying to tell you. If you look into the tracking number, first of all, it says it's from Amazon. It was my own tracking number from a product that I purchased from Amazon. And it was prior to when I had purchased the gazebo. And it weighs a pound. I said, so none of that adds up. Don't you see any of that? And then she went very quiet. And she's like, hold on 1 second. And when she came back, she said, I do apologize, but I do see what you're talking about, and I instantly put your money back onto your card.
We are glad that Heidi resolved her issue. We continue to watch over other consumer issues as well. If you think that you were treated unfairly, feel free to write a review on our website, and we will help you to be heard. And that's all for now. Thank you for watching this video. See you next time.